You're watching Sky News. Let's just get you up to date with the latest situation in Turkey. It's a confused situation, but an army group there has claimed that it's taken over the country. It says it has soldiers at various strategic points in Istanbul, and jets have been flying low both in Istanbul and in Ankara as well. A statement that has been read on television. The military group stormed the state television channel and forced the newsreader to read a statement. According to the reports, this statement said that a peace council was now running the country and that there was a curfew and martial law. It is, however, unclear who the army group is and how extensive it is. But we've also seen Turkey's President Erdogan appear on various television stations, giving interviews via his phone, or via Skype at least, saying that the government is still in control, saying that the coup attempt is illegal and that it will get some kind of response, and urging people to go onto the streets. So these are the scenes live now in Istanbul. You can see, I think that's the bridge on the right-hand side of the picture. As you can see, there's no traffic on it at the moment. That's been blocked off by the military, and that's the scene at the airport on your left. Again, tanks have been seen at the airport there, and flights, we're told, are not going in or out. And we've had confirmation in the last few minutes that various flights have diverted in order to avoid Istanbul. We've also heard reports in the last few minutes of explosions in the capital, Ankara, and some witnesses have reported by the Reuters news agency as saying that a military helicopter has opened fire over Ankara as well. And in the last few minutes, a member of the government has also appealed to soldiers to disobey orders. This is the EU Minister for Turkey calling on soldiers to disobey orders. Boris Johnson has just spoken in the last few minutes. He, of course, Britain's new foreign minister. A busy couple of days for him, responding, of course, to the attacks in Nice overnight, and now today responding to what's going on in Turkey. He has said on Twitter in the last few minutes that he's very concerned by events in Turkey, and we've also had some appeals from diplomats for UK citizens to stay indoors while the situation is established there. So the Turkish President's office is also saying that Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the president, is at a secure location, but we do not know where that is. The only sign that we have had of the Turkish president has been by a phone to those various news organisations earlier on this evening. So good evening. The time is now 11 o'clock, and breaking news this evening from Turkey, where a military coup is underway. In a statement read out on Turkish television, the army seized in its entirety. Tanks have been placed at the entrance to Istanbul's Ataturk airport, and military jets seen in the skies above Istanbul and Ankara. An announcer on Turkey's state broadcaster TRT has read out a live statement, reportedly on the orders of the military, saying the country is now being run by a peace council. Well, in the last few minutes, the Turkish President, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has appeared by Skype on Turkish television to insist he is in power.
I invite the public to go to the airports, go to the squares, go to the streets. Let's gather together. They can come with their tanks and cannons and try to show what they can do. There's nothing more powerful than the people. I haven't seen anything more powerful. We can show the tanks who is powerful.
Well, a little earlier I spoke to British journalist Dorian Jones, who was in Istanbul's Taksim Square.
Well, I'm in the heart of Istanbul. Where I'm standing, there are about 24 soldiers with carrying assault rifles. They have secured the center of the square. Behind them, there is about an equal number of police who are just watching the police. Now, the Prime Minister early the evening has called on the police to defend his government. At the moment, there seems to be some kind of standoff between the soldiers and the police. There's a group of about 30, 40 people milling around in front of the soldiers. The soldiers are just looking on, very calm at the moment. Now, normally the center of the city at this time of the night would be packed with revelers. It's the main entertainment part of the city. It is now relatively empty. Everywhere is closed. It's very eerily quiet. No sound of music or anything. military have told everyone to go home. They are declaring reportedly a curfew on state TV. And for the now at the moment, it is this very eerie calm, but there is a sense of maybe some foreboding. One of the most prominent figures of the ruling party, the mayor of Ankara, Ali Gökçe, has called on all his supporters to defy the curfew and to go on the streets. At the moment, at least here, it doesn't appear that call has been heeded at the moment. Some people are here just to see what's happening. There are some that are chanting some chants in support of the government, whereas others are, and I've just been told by the military now to stop broadcasting. They seem to be getting a little bit, yeah, they're getting a bit heated, some of them. But at the moment, yeah, the crowd is pretty calm. But there is this definite tension, especially the question will be, everyone will be wondering is, will the police heed the call to defend the government? There have been reports of clashes between the police and the army in parts of Istanbul. Here, at least at the moment, it's a very tense standoff.